Hi guys, I'm back. Today I'm going to read Luke 18-24, Proverbs 12, and Psalm 77. Let's get started. He told them a parable to the effect that they ought always to pray and not lose heart. He said, in a certain city there was a judge who neither feared God nor respected man. And there was a widow in that city kept coming to him and saying, give me justice against my adversary. All while he refused her after he said to himself, though I neither fear God nor respect man, yet because this widow keeps bothering me, I'll give her justice that she will not beat me down by continued calling. And the Lord said, hear what the unrighteous judge says. And will not God give justice to his elect who cry to him day and night? We need to lay long over that. I tell you, he'll give justice to him speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man comes, will we find faith on earth? He also told this parable to some who trust in themselves that they are righteous, and he treated others with contempt. Two men went up into the temple to pray, and one a Pharisee and the other a tax collector. The Pharisee standing by himself prayed thus, Lord, I think that I am not like other men, extortioners, unjust, adulterers, or even like this tax collector. I fast twice a week, I give tithes of all that I get. And the tithe collector, standing far off, would not even lift up his eyes to heaven, and beat his brow, saying, God, be merciful to me, a sinner. I tell you, this man went down to his house justified rather than the other. Everyone who exalts himself will be humbled, but the one who humbles himself will be exalted. And they were bringing even influence to him that he might touch them. And the disciples saw he rebuked them, but Jesus called them to him, saying, let the children come to me, and do not hinder me, who has hindered them, for to such belongs the kingdom of God. Do I say to you, whoever does not receive the kingdom of God like a child shall not enter it? And a ruler asked them, good teacher, what must I do to inherit eternal life? And Jesus said to them, why do you call me good? No one is good except God alone. You know the commandments. Do not commit adultery, do not murder, do not steal, do not bear false witness. I'm your father and mother. And he said, all these I have kept from my youth. And Jesus heard this, he said, one thing you still lack, sell all that you haven't distributed to the poor, and you have treasure in heaven, so then come follow me. Yeah, and he had these things, and he became very sad, though he was extremely rich. Do you see my here becomes sad, so how difficult it is for those who have wealth to enter the kingdom of God. It is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich person to enter the kingdom of God. And those who heard us say, and who can be saved? We say, what is impossible with man is possible with God. And Peter said, so we have left our homes and followed you. And he said, and truly I say to you, there is no one who has left house or wife or brothers or parents or children for the sake of the kingdom of God, who will not receive many times along this time, and the age to come eternal life. And taking the 12, he said to them, see, we are going up to Jerusalem. Everything that is written about the Son of Man by the prophets will be accomplished. He will be delivered over to the Gentiles, and will mock and shamefully treated and spit upon. And after flogging him, they will kill him. On the third he arose, and they understood none of these things. The same was him from them, and they did not grasp what was said. And a Jew near to Jericho, by a man sitting by the roadside begging, and hearing a crowd going by, he inquired about this man. They told him, Jesus of Nazareth passing by. And he cried out, Jesus, son of David, have mercy on me. And those who heard him rebuked him, telling him to be silent. But he cried out all the more, Son of David, have mercy on me. But Jesus started and commanded him to be brought to him. And he came near, he asked him, what do you want me to do for you? And he said, Lord, let me recover my sight. And Jesus said to him, you recovered your sight, your faith has made you well. And immediately he recovered his sight and followed him, glorifying God. And all the people, when they saw it, he gave praise to God. And he entered Jericho and was passing through, and behold, there was a man named Zacchaeus, who was chief tax collector and was rich. And seeking to see who Jesus was, when on coming to the crowd, he could not, because he was small in stature. So he ran on ahead and climbed up into a sycamore tree to see him. He was about to pass that way. And Jesus came to the place. He looked at and said to Zacchaeus, hurry and come down. I must say it has to. So he hurried and came down and received him joyfully. And so they all grumbled. He is going to be the guest of a man who is a sinner. And Zacchaeus stood and said to the Lord, behold, Lord, half of my gifts I give to the poor. If I have defrauded anyone of anything, I restore fourfold. And Jesus said to him, today salvation has come to this house, since he also is the son of Abraham. For the Son of Man came to seek to save the lost. And as they had these things, he proceeded to tell a parable. And he was near to Jerusalem, because they supposed that the kingdom of God was to appear immediately. He said, therefore, there are no one went into far countries to receive for himself a kingdom. And then returned, calling 10 of his servants, he gave them 10 meals, and said to them, engage business until I come. And the citizens hated him and sent a delegation after him, saying, he did not want this man to reign over us. When he returned, having received the king, he held these servants to whom he had given the money to be called to. Here I know what they gained by doing business. And the first came before us, saying, Lord, your mina is made 10 years more. And he said to him, well done, good son. And the second came, saying, Lord, your mina is made 5 years. And he said to him, you ought to be over 5 cities. 5 cities. And another came saying, Lord, here's your meal, which I kept laid away in a handkerchief. For I was afraid of you, because you are a severe man. You take what you do not deposit, and reap what you do not sow. He said to him, I'll condemn you with your own words, you wicked servant. You knew that I was a severe man, taking what I did not deposit, or even what I did not say. Why then did you put your money in? Why then did you not put my money in the bank? My coming I might have collected with interest. And he said to those who stood by, take the meal from him and give it to the one who has 10 meals. And they said to him, Lord, he has 10 meals. I tell you that to everyone who has, more will be given, but to the one who has not, even what he has will be taken away. As for the enemies of mine, who do not want me to reign over them, bring them here and slaughter them before me. And he said these things, he went ahead, going up to Jerusalem. When he drew near the Bethphage and Bethany at the mouth that's called Olivet, he sent 2 of the disciples, saying, Go into the village and find me. And on entering, you'll find a colt tied, in which no one has ever yet sat. And tie and bring it here. If anyone asks why you untying it, shall say this: the Lord has need of it. So those who were sent away and found it just as he told them. And as they were untying the collar, his own said to him, Why are you untying the collar? They said, The Lord has had need of it. And they brought it to Jesus, and throwing their cloaks on the collar, they sent Jesus on it. As he rode along, they spread their cloaks on the road. As he was driving near, already on the way down the Mount of Olives, a multitude of his disciples began to rejoice and praise God with a loud voice for all the mighty works that they had seen. And he was saying, Blessed is the King comes in the name of the Lord. And peace in heaven, glory in the highest. And some of the Pharisees and the crowd said to him, Teacher, rebuke your disciples. He answered, I tell you, if these are some of the various things we require. And when he drew near, he said, Oh, see. And he wept over it, saying, With that are you, even you, and on the state, the things that make for peace. And now they are hidden from your eyes. And the days will come upon you. And your enemies will set about you around you, and surround you and hem you on every side, and take you down to the ground, because you and your children within you, and they will not have you, not leave one stone upon another in you, as you do not know the time of your visitation. And he entered the tower again to drive those he saw, saying to Israel, My house shall be a house of prayer, but you have made it a den of robbers. And he was teaching daily until the chief priests and the scribes and the principal men of the people were seeking to destroy. And he could not find anything they could do, for the people were hanging on his words. One day Jesus was teaching the people in the temple and teaching the gospel. Chief priests and scribes of the elders came out and said to him, Tell us by what authority you do these things, for who is it that gave you this authority? He answered them, I also ask you a question. Now tell me, was the baptism of John from heaven or from men? And discussed it with one another, saying, If we say from heaven, he will say, Why do you not believe him? If we say from man, all the people stones to death, they are convinced that John was a prophet. So they answered that they did not know where it came from. And Jesus said to them, Neither will I tell you by what authority I do these things. They went to tell the people this parable. A man planted a vineyard and let it out to tents. Went to another country for a long while. And the time came, he sent his servant to the tents, so they would give him some of the fruit of the vineyard. The tents began and sent him away empty-handed. He sent another servant. They also began treating him shamefully, and sent him away empty-handed. He sent yet a third. This one they urged they went into cast out. And the owner of the vineyard said, What shall I do? I'll send my below son. Perhaps they will respect him. And the tenants saw him, they said to themselves, It's the head, let's kill us, that the inheritance may be ours. And they threw him out of the vineyard and killed him. What then will the owner of the vineyard do to him? He'll come and destroy those tenants and give the vineyard to others. When they heard this, they said, Surely not. They looked directly at them and said, What then is this that's written? The stone that the builders rejected has become the cornerstone. And when it falls on that stone, it will be broken to pieces, and when it falls on anyone, it will crush him. And the scribes and chief priests sought to lay hands on him at the very hour. When they perceived that he had told this parable against them, and they feared the people, so they washed him in sense who pretended to be and said, if they might catch him in something he said. So I asked to deliver him up to the authority and jurisdiction of the governor. So he asked him, Teacher, we know that you speak and teach rightly. I show no partiality. I truly teach the way of God. Is it lawful for us to give tribute to Caesar or not? And he see their craftiness and said to him, Show me as an Arius, and whose likeness and inscription does it have? He said, Caesar. He said to him, Run to Caesar the things thou seest, and to God the things thou gods. And they were not able in the presence of the people to catch him in what he said. Halfling as this, they became silent. They came to him some Sadducees, those who deny that there is a resurrection. And he asked him a question, saying, Teacher, Moses wrote for us, if a man's brother dies having a wife and no children, he must take a widow and raise offspring for his brother. And there were 7 brothers. The first took a wife and died without children. And the second and third took her, and likewise all 7 left no children and died. After the woman also died. And there is next children, therefore, whose wife will the woman be? Well, the son had his wife. And Jesus said to them, The sons of this age marry and are given in marriage. Those who consider worthy to attain to that age, and to the resurrection from the dead, neither marry nor are given in marriage. And they cannot die anymore. As they equal to angels and are sons of God, being sons of the resurrection, and that the dead are raised, even men show in the passage about the bush, And he calls the Lord the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. He is the God of the dead, as the living, all live to him. And some of the scribes answered, these years speaking more, for they no longer dared to ask him any question. He said to them, how can they say that Christ is David's son? And David himself says in the book of Psalms, the Lord said to my Lord, sit at my right hand until I make your enemies your footstool. And David thus calls on the Lord, to house he his son. And the hearing of all the people, he said to his disciples, make aware of the scribes, who like to walk around long rows and love greetings in the marketplace and the best seats in the synagogues, and in the place for honor feast, who devour widows' houses and for a pretense make long prayers, who receive the greater condemnation. And Jesus looked and saw the rich putting their gifts in the offering book, and he saw this poor widow put in 2 small copper coins. And he said, children, I tell you, this poor widow put in more than all the they all contributed out of their months. She out of her poverty put in all that she had to live on. And all some of the speaking of the temple how it adorned with never stones and offerings. He said, as for these things that you see, the days will come, and there will not be left one stone upon another that will not be thrown down. And they asked him, teacher, what will these things be? And what will be the sign when these things are about to take place? He said, see that you are not led astray, for many will come and they say, I hear the times at hand. Don't go after them. When you hear wars and tumults, and do not be terrified. These things must first take place. At the end will not be at once. And he said to nation will rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. There will be great earthquakes and burning various places, famines and pestilences. And there will be terrors and great signs of heaven. And before this they will lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering up to the synagogues and prisons. And you will be brought before kings and governors from many names. There will be an opportunity to bear witness. Settle it therefore in your minds not to meditate. Take before and how to answer. I'll give you a matter of wisdom, which none of your adversaries will be able to withstand or contradict. It will deliver up even by parents and brothers and relatives and friends. And some of you they'll put to death. You'll be hated by all for my name's sake, but not a hair of your head will perish. By your endurance you'll gain your lives. And you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies near you, and know that desolation has come near. Then let those who are in Judea flee to the mountains, and those who are inside the city depart, and let not those who are out in the country enter. For these are days of vengeance to fulfill all that is written. Alas, for women who are pregnant, and for those who are nursing infants in those days, there will be great distress upon the earth and wrath against the people. They will fall by the edges, so and be led captive among all nations. And Jerusalem will be trampled underfoot by Gentiles, until the times of the Gentiles are fulfilled. And there will be signs in the sun, moon, and stars, on the earth distress nations in perplexity, because the war of the sea and the waves, people fainting with fear, before the burning of wars coming over. Their paths and hands will be shaken, and they will see the sun rain coming out of cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to take place, straighten up and raise your heads, now be, because your redemption is drawing near. They told them in a parable, look at the fig tree and all the trees. And as soon as they come out and leaf, you see for yourselves and know that the sun is already near. So when you see these things take place, you know that the kingdom of God is near. Truly I say to you, this generation will not pass away until all has taken place. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will not pass away. I'll watch yourselves lest your hearts be weighed down with destruction, dissipation, and drunkenness and cares of this life. And that day come upon you suddenly like a trap. It will come upon all who dwell on the face of the whole earth. Stay awake at all times, praying that you may have strength to escape all these things that are going to take place, and stand before the Son of Man. And every day he was teaching in the temple, but at night he went out and washed on the Mount of Olivet. And early in the morning all the people went out when he came to the temple to hear. And a feast on unleavened bread drew near, which is called the Passover. And chief priests and scribes were seeking how to put him to death. And they feared the people. And then Satan entered into Judas called Iscariot, who was of the number of the 12. And he went away and conferred with the chief priests and officers, and I might prostrate him to them. And they were glad and agreed to give him money. So he consented and saw an opportunity between to them and to them. In the absence of Christ, then came the day of unleavened bread, which the Passover lamb had to be sacrificed. And Jesus and Peter and John, saying, go and prepare the Passover for us, that we may eat it. And he said to them, where will you have us prepare? He said to them, behold, when you have entered the city of mankind, a jar will meet you. Follow him into the house that you entered, and tell the master of the house, the teacher says to you, where is the guest room? And I may eat the Passover with my disciples. He will show you a large upper room furnished, prepared there. And he went and found it just as he had told them, and he prepared the Passover. And when the hour came, he reclined at the table, and the apostles with him. And he said, I earnestly desire to eat this Passover with you before I suffer. I tell you, I will not eat it until it is fulfilled with the kingdom of God. And took a cup, and when he gave thanks, he said, take this and divide it among yourselves. I tell you that from now on I will not drink of the fruit of the vine until the kingdom of God comes. He took bread, and when he had given thanks, he broke it and gave it to them, saying, this is my body, which is given for you. Do this in remembrance of me. And likewise the cup after they had eaten, saying, this cup that is poured out for you is the new covenant in my blood. And behold, the hand of him who betrays me is with me on the table. And the Son of Man goes is deformed, has been determined. And woe to that man by whom he is betrayed. And they began to question one another, which of them it could be who was going to do this. And a dispute also arose among them as to which of them was to be regarded as the greatest. He said to the kings of the Gentiles will exercise lordship over them, and those in authority over them are called benefactors. Not so with you, rather let the greatest among you become as the youngest. And the leader as one who serves. Well, who is the greater? One who reclines at table, or one who serves? Is not the one who reclines at table. I am among you as one who serves. And you are those who stay with me in my trials. I sent to you, my Father sent to me a kingdom. You may eat and drink at my table with my kingdom, and sit on thrones, juggling the torch as is. So I silently behold, saying to men to have you to hear at safety like wood. And I pray for you, my faith may not fail. And you turned away against your brothers. You said to the Lord, I am ready to go with you, both to prison to death. Jesus said, I tell you, Peter, the rooster will not cry this day until you deny 3 times that you know me. And he said to him, and I sent you with no money back. And that said, did you lack anything? He said nothing. He said to them, but now let the one who has money back take it. Likewise, and said, and let the one who has no soul sell his cloak and buy one. For I tell you that this description must be fulfilled in me. And he was numbered with the transgressors. What was written about me has fulfilled. And they said, look, Lord, here are 2 swords. 2 swords. He said to it is enough. And he came out, and as was his custom, to the man of others. And the disciples followed him, and he came to the place and said to I know you may not enter into temptation. And he was chief of them about a stone's throw, and knelt down and prayed, saying, Father, if you are willing, remove this cup from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but yours be done. And there appeared to him an angel from heaven, strengthening him. And being in agony, he prayed more earnestly. And his sweat became like great drops of blood falling down to the ground. And he arose from prayer. He came to his disciples and found them sleeping for sorrow, and said to them, Why are you sleeping? Rise and pray that you may not enter into temptation. While still speaking, they came around the man called Jesus. One of the 12 was leading them. He drew near to Jesus to kiss him. Jesus said to him, Jesus, would you betray the Son of Man with a kiss? And those who were right now saw that what would follow. And he said, Lord, shall I strike the sword? And one of them struck the servant of the high priest, and cut off his right ear. Jesus said, No more of this. And he touched his ear and healed him. And Jesus said to the chief priests and officers of the temple and elders, who come out against him, have you come out as against a robber, with swords and clothes? When I was with you day after day in the temple, you did not lay hands on me. They stood out in their power and darkness. And he seized him and led him away, bringing him into the high priest's house. And Peter was following at a distance, so that he could not find in the middle of the courtyard, and sat down together. Peter sat down among them. And a servant girl, seeing him as he sat in the light, and looking closely at him, said, This man also was with him. He denied it, saying, Woman, I do not know. A little later, someone else saw him and said, You saw one of them. And Peter said, Man, I am not. And after an interval went about, and now I saw another, insisted, saying, Suddenly this man also was with him, for he too is Galilean. And Peter said, Man, I do not know what you are talking about. And immediately while he was still speaking, the rooster crowed. And the Lord turned and looked at Peter. And Peter remembered the saying of the Lord, how he had said to him, Before the rooster crows today, you will deny me 3 times. And he went out and wept bitterly. Now the men were holding Jesus in custody and were mocking him as they beat him. Those that blindfolded him and kept asking him, Prophecy, who is it that struck you? And the many other things went against him, blaspheming him. And they came to the assembly of the elders of the people who gathered together, our chief priests and scribes, and they led him away to the council. And they said, If you are the Christ, tell us. He said to them, I tell you, you will not believe. And if I ask you, you will not answer. And now, from now on, the Son of Man shall be saved. He's seated at the right hand of the power of God. And so they all said, Are you the Son of God then? And he said to them, You say that I am. And then they said, What further testimony do we need? We have heard it ourselves from his own lips. And the whole company of them arose and brought him before Pilate. And they began to accuse and say, We have found this man misleading our nation, and forbidding us to give tribute to Caesar. And saying that he himself is Christ, the king. And Pilate asked him, Why is the king of the Jews? And he answered, You said so. And Pilate said to the chief priests and the crowds, I found no given this man. And they were urgent, saying, He stirs with the people, teaching throughout Judea, and from Galilee even to this place. And Pilate heard this. He asked whether the man was Galilee. He learned that he belonged to Herod's jurisdiction. He sent it over to Herod, who was himself in Jerusalem at that time. And also Jesus, he was very glad. He was a long desire to see it. He heard about it and was hoping to see some sign done by it. The Christian had some but he made no answer. The chief priest and the scribes stood by vehemently accusing him. However, the soldiers treated him with contempt and mocked him. Then arraying him in splendid clothing, he sent him back to Pilate. Herod and Pilate became friends with each other that very day. Before this they had been at enmity with each other. Pilate then called together the chief priests and the rulers of the people, and said, "You brought me this man, one who was misleading the people. And after examining him before me hard, I did not find this man guilty of any charge against him. And I did Herod for what he said, he sent him back to us, that nothing deserving death is done for him. I will therefore punish him and release him." And they all cried out together, "Away with this man, and releases to us Barabbas, a man who had been thrown into prison for an insurrection and surrounded and for murder." Pilate addressed them once more, designed to release Jesus, and they kept shouting, "Crucify him." And at that time he said to them, "Why? What evil has he done? I found him no guilt deserving death. I will therefore punish him and release him." They were urgent, demanding that without Christ he should be crucified, and their voice prevailed, so Pilate desired that their demand should be granted. He released the men who had been thrown into prison for insurrection and murder, whom they asked, but he delivered Jesus over to their will. As they led them away, they seized one Simon of Cyrene, who was coming in from the country, and laid on him the cross, carrying it behind Jesus. And they followed him a great multitude of people, women who were mourning and lamenting for him. And turning to them, Jesus said, "Lords of Jerusalem, do not weep for me. Weep for yourselves and for each other. Behold, the days are coming, and thus say, blessed are the barren, and the wombs that never bore, and the breasts that never nursed. And they will begin to say, and to the mountains, fall on us, and to the hills cover us. If they do these things, when the wood is green, what will happen when it is dry? To others who are criminals will led away to be put to death with her." And when they came to the place that is called the Skull, there they crucified, and the criminals, one was right hand, one was left. And Jesus said, "Father, forgive them. They know not what they do." And they cast stood by his garment. And the people stood by watching, and the rulers scoffed at him, saying, "He saved others, let him save himself. He is Christ, God, the chosen one." And soldiers mocked him, coming up and offering him salve, and saying, "If you are the king of the Jews, save yourself." And there was an inscription over him, "This is the king of the Jews." One of the criminals who were hanged railed at him, saying, "Are you not the Christ? Save yourself and us." But the other rebuked him, saying, "Do you not fear God, since you are under the same sentence of condemnation? And we indeed justly, for we are receiving the due reward for our deeds. And this man has done nothing wrong." And he said, "Jesus, remember me when you come to your kingdom." He said to him, "Truly I say to you, today you will be with me in paradise." It was now about the 6th hour, and there was darkness over the whole land until the 9th hour. The sun's light fell, and the curtain of the temple was torn in two. And Jesus, calling out with a loud voice, said, "Father, into your hands I commit my spirit." Having said this, he breathed his last. Now when the centurion saw what had taken place, he praised God, saying, "Certainly this man was innocent." All the crowd stayed assembled for this spectacle, and when they saw what had taken place, returned home being their best. All his acquaintances and the woman who had followed him from Galilee stood at a distance watching these things. There was a man named Joseph from the Jewish town of Arimathea. He was a member of the council of good and righteous men who had not consented to decision and action. He was looking for the kingdom of God. His man went to Pilate and asked for the body of Jesus. And he took it down and wrapped it in a linen shroud and laid it in a tomb cornerstone. And no had ever yet been laid. It was day of preparation, and the Sabbath was beginning. And a woman who had come with him from Galilee followed and saw the tomb and how his body was laid. And they returned and prepared spices and ointments. On Sabbath they rested according to the commandment. Proverbs 12. Whoever loves discipline loves knowledge, but he who hates refuses to receive it. A good man takes favor from the Lord, but a man of evil advice he condemns. Notice established by wickedness, but the root of the righteous will never be moved. Excellent wife is a crown of her husband. She brings shame like one of sin's breath. Whoso the righteous are just, the counsel of the wicked are deceitful. Words of the wicked lie in wait for blood, where the mouth thereof right delivers them. Because overthrown are named, but the house of the righteous will stand. And his command according to his good sense, and one to someone is despised. And empty lowly and have a servant, and to play the great man and make bread. And whoever is righteous is regard for the life of his beast. And the mercy of the wicked is cruel. Whoever works his land with plenty of bread, he falls with his like sin. There is wicked, give us spoil, evil does, and the root of the righteous bears free. You man sins stand by the transgression that was left. Righteous escape from the trouble, and the fruit of the mouth of man satisfies with good, and the work of his man's hand comes back to him. For he fools right in his hands, but the wise man listens to advice. The vexation of the fool is no once, but the prudent ignores an insult, and speaks truth gives honest evidence, but a false witness as the sea is one who has rash words are like sword throws. The tongue of the wise brings healing. Truthfulness endure forever, but lying tongues but for a moment. Cease in the heart of those who devise evil. Those who find peace have joy, no ill will force the righteous. But the wicked are filled with trouble, and they listen to abomination. Long lists are an abomination to the Lord. Those who are faithful as to life. The prudent man conceals knowledge, but the heart of fools proclaims folly. And the diligent will rule. The slothful will be put to full slay. Anxiety in man's heart makes him glad. A good one makes him glad. And one who is righteous is a guide to his neighbor. And the way of the wicked leads him astray. Whoever slothful not rest his game, but the diligent man will go precious life. In the heart of righteousness is life, and in his pathway there is no death. Psalm 77. I cry aloud to God, He will hear me. And the night my hand is stretched out without worry. I so pleased to be comforted when I remember God, and when I meditate my spirit faints. You hold my eyelids open. I am so troubled that I cannot speak. I consider the days all the years longer. I said, let me remember my song this night. Let me meditate my heart when the spirit made a diligence search. And with the Lord spell forever, He never can be faithful. As if all steps love forever cease. And His promises and them for all time. As God spoken to you, gracious is He, and anger stirred His compassion. And I said, I will appear to the years of the right hand of the Most High. I will remember the deeds of the Lord. Yes, I will remember your wonders, Lord. Upon your work, I will meditate on your mighty deeds. Your way of God is holy. Your God is great like our God. You are the God who works wonders. You have made known your might among people. And He was near with your arm, redeeming people, the children of Jacob and Joseph. And the waters say, Yea, God, when the waters say, they are afraid. Indeed, the deep trembled, the clouds poured out wood, the skies gave forth thunder. Your eyes flashed on every side. First your thunder was in the world, and your lightnings lighted up the world. The earth trembled and shook, your way was through the sea, your path through the great water. Yet your footprints are unseen. You led your people like a flock by the hand of Moses and Aaron. And on the stone, Ash and the Lord's prayer. His right hands of in heaven. Hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as in heaven. You will still our daily bread. Forgive us the debts we have adopted. He's done temptation, deliver us from the evil one. He is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen. See you tomorrow. Bye.